Welcome to the Prepperverse. I'm Doc JMO. Hey, got something exciting for you guys today. On the last video, I was talking about the tarp from AquaQuest that I had gotten in, and I told you that I was gonna next month. I'm gonna meet with the posse, and we're gonna go out and do a camping and a bug out exercise, and I was gonna use that tarp for my shelter, but I couldn't wait. I found a new way to set up a tarp. It's called a tent tarp with just what you see behind me, just a 10 by 10 tarp, and I found this really neat way of setting it up, and I couldn't wait to tell you guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this demonstration real quick. So what we have here is our 10 by 10 tarp laid out. I'm going to grab some stakes here real quick, and what I'm going to do is on the corner pieces that we have here, I'm going to stake out this side and the same as onto the other side there. So I'm going to do this real quick. We're going to stake that out there, and I'm going to leave that stake up for a reason, and we're going to set one here. Now I'm going to probably need to readjust this at some point, but we're going to set one here. So it's just, this tarp, I really like it because it has 19 loops. And then as you can tell down the ridge line, it's reinforced, which is really beneficial, because I've had tarps before where there was a seam, but it would separate, and then you would start getting some leakage during, when it rains. So I'm really impressed with this tarp. Like I said, it was the AquaQuest. So put one there. And what we're doing is just bypassing the corner. And so what I'm doing is just kind of getting it taut. Now I will need to readjust these a little bit at some point. So now that I have these 2 points staked out as well as the other side, I want to take the corner and I want to fold it in. You're going to fold it in so it looks like that. Okay? And then, so that's the back. So in the front, what we're going to do is you find your corner here, and you find your first loop here from the corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure, space this out, because I'm going to bring this corner in. So I'm going to go about 6 inches in and put this loop right there. And we're going to do the same with the other side. So I'm going to find my corner, find that second loop, go about 6 inches past that, and that's going to be my point where I'm going to stake it out. Now here, what I'm going to do, oh, and by the way, I'm using a combination of different stakes here because I'm just trying out different ones. I've used the MSR groundhog, excellent stake. But just recently I picked up some from Wise Owl. They're a lot cheaper than the groundhog. It's very similar, but it's shorter, as you can see. So we're gonna give this one a go. I just got that one not too long ago. So what we're gonna do here, oh, and by the way, let me know if any of you guys, if you exercise or field your bug out bags or train with it. Do you use hiking poles? I do. It comes in handy. But this one does require some sort of a branch, a piece of wood or a hiking pole for this. But it's only one, and you can use 2, and I'll show you in just a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is in the main, this is the, see how it's going to go up. So we're going to grab that center loop, and we're going to go ahead, tie that out, and I just make a simple sliding knot, slip knot. Get that guy there. Now what I didn't do, because this is new cord, I didn't melt the ends. I have on the other ones, but this piece here I have not, and a couple other pieces I have not melted the end. So that's one thing that I need to do, because you can see how it's kind of fraying out a little bit. But that's what I like about 550 cord, because you have 7 strands and you can pull them out to whatever length that you want, cut it. You got fishing line, or anytime you need some extra little thin wires, you have that resource there. So anyway, I have the center loop tied off. I'm going to put my hiking pole into about right there. Now that we can move that if I need to. So I'm going to grab my stake. Push that in. And we're going to tie that off. Make a little knot. Now knots. I love knots. I don't know how to tie a lot of them. I just kind of do what works, but I know kind of like the basics. But it's a good skill to have. So you see that we have that, and we have these 2 left to tie down. So we're going to do that now. And here, doesn't have to be secure. I'm just tying a little overhand. When I told you that we're going to leave that one stake up a little bit, it's just so I could tie down to that. So we're going to build another slip knot. Tighten that down a little bit. I'm going to grab my other rope. We're going to do the same thing on this side. This is really, you know, I've been using tents for shelters, making hooches, camping and doing bob camp outs and such. I have never heard of this before. If I have, I would have been using it a long time ago. I think it's amazing. It's really wind resistant. From what I heard, I have not personally been fielding this yet, but as you can see, it is really a neat design. Whoever thought about this was brilliant. Kudos. There we go. So that's it. Now, one thing I will add, if you chose to, since we have another hiking pole, on the ridge line, we still have one more loop right here. So right there, I could tie another piece of 550 cord there, you know, a long piece, and just tie it to this pole. Could just tie it to the pole and pull that back a little bit to give a little bit extra headroom space if you wanted to, or if you were close to a tree, you can just tie it up into a tree or a fence or wherever your location is. Now, if I was sleeping in this tonight, I would definitely stake down all the rest of the tabs. But if you come around to the front here, so that's our entrance, and you can reduce it or widen it. And so what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to kind of widen it and just show you, because you can see how you got some extra play there. I'm just going to widen that out a little bit. There we go. Like I said, I would definitely stake out the other side, or the other points. But yeah, look in there one more time, and you can actually see how much space there is. Now, if I crawl in here, you can see there's room, easily room for 2 people and equipment, or 1 person. And you can see right here, this is where the other loop would be on the back side. If you tied that off to like that hiking pole or a tree or another branch, you know, you can pull up, you give you take out that slack a little bit. But you can see you can sleep on, you know, diagonal, or if you want to put your head up top. But you see there's a ton of room in here. It's quite sturdy. And I think it would hold up well to wind and some rain. So anyway, there you go. There's a tent tarp. I'm stoked about this one. Can't wait to take it out on the Bob camp out that we're gonna have at the end of May. So anyway, hey, tell me what you think about this. I'll be interested to hear. And so we'll catch you next time. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. And we'll catch you next time.